What's going on, guys? So, I've been asked about my entire setup, all the different indicators I use, and everything else. I'm going to put that all together right now in the video. Be sure to watch till the end. Before I get into that, we stream live every day, 10:30 to noon, 2 p.m. to 4:30. In the description of this video is a link to the Discord. Also, if you're looking to get a prop firm and want to save the most amount of money, be sure to use coupon code COVETRADER. Also supports the stream as well. Other than that, let's just jump right into it, right? So I use different tabs, as you can see. Each tab kind of gives me a different view on the market, different time frames, and things like that. We'll start with this first tab. I basically have the sessions on here. I have, Asia session, London, New York. It says New York AM. It's just New York. The reason I do this is I love certain types of plays. I took this bounce on Wednesday, and it was literally perfect. I also, what else did I look at yesterday? But yeah, I'm looking for sweeps, where we come out, come back in, down, and then back through. Just things like that. I want to know, because this is going to be definitely a line of support on the different times. So it's something I just want to know about. Am I staring at this? No. But I also, on this chart, this is on the 5, I have the 3-bar reversal pattern, as you can see right here. I love playing the 3-bar reversals. It happens, and when it does, you typically can get a good amount of points on the way out. Technically, your stop is at the high of the 3-bar. So right here, your stop would be here. Or you can do at the top of this candle that kind of created the 3-bar. So, you can have this or the top. And that's pretty much what this screen is. Also, I trade my personal Ninja Trader here. So this is like my personal account as well. This mishmash, I guess, has a lot of fair value gaps, order blocks, things like that. I also have the 3-bar on here. So this is basically fair value gaps. I have the orb on here, VWAP, pivots. This one's kind of messy. I'm going to clean this one up a little bit. Usually this one is on a 1 minute. So it's a little clearer on what's going on. I don't play the 3-bar reversal on the 1, so I just ignore that. And I'm going to clean this one up just a little bit. So this tab is basically for the spaceman levels. And I'll zoom out and see and show you. So the levels are the daily open. You have Monday's low. I'm scrolling out. You got previous month low, weekly open, monthly open. You have key levels that are obviously way far back in the, way far back. It's not something that just happened yesterday. But yeah, so this is just for basically big levels. This, you might not come into play every single day. And literally, it's just something I want to see where we are at. That's kind of what it's for. If we're trending down or up many days, we might not come into any levels because the levels are so far away. So I just kind of like to see where we're at and see what's going on. Right here, I have the different time frames. I have the 5, 15, and hourly. And I have bearish and bullish engulfing on all of them. I have the pivot points. Pivot points are different on the hourly as they are on the 15 or the 5. You can see 5, we hit it. 5, we hit it. The pivot points are at a different spot here. So I have those up. I have fair value gaps up. And then I have the 3-bar, and that's pretty much it. But I get a kind of a general idea on what we're doing on the higher time frames. And that kind of lets me have bias on where I think we're going to go up, down, whatever it may be. Maybe I'm waiting for a break on the bigger. So we played this 3 bar on the live stream, and my bias immediately became short. So even if you do get a couple bounces, so look, that's 9 in the morning. Even if you get, like this bounce, the fact that you had a 3 bar on the hourly and then also came up with one on the 5 is definitely it's definitely a short, without a doubt. And then this is basically just order blocks. I'm able to draw on here because there's not a lot of stuff going on. So like I drew this rising wedge on Friday. This is kind of a spot. It's got pivot points, but it doesn't really have anything else on it. I'm able to just draw and see what I want. Super easy, not a lot. And then let me zoom this back in. This is just basically order blocks and fair value gaps. Sometimes I just want a clean chart to only see these few things where I don't have to scroll through all the crap. And then I go over to my Tradeovate. Let me open up a Tradeovate real quick. So in the Tradeovate, I have the EMAs I like to use on all my charts are the 34, the 8 or the 9, the 200, the 105. 105 is the 21 on the 5. I then use VWAP. I use the stochastics on the bottom. And then I have the opening range, which I set for the first 15 minutes and then the first hour of the market. And then I have volume and balances, which are very similar to fair value gaps. But instead of like a big gap, it's just little lines. Stochastics kind of tell me if we're oversold on the 1. Kind of keeps me out of doing bad trades and things like that, where we might be breaking out, but we're definitely overbought, so I don't jump in. Just things like that. And that's pretty much like my setups. I love playing, honestly, I love playing order blocks. I love playing 3-bar setups. If we're trending, I love playing either just follow the 9 down, as you could see, or at the bare minimum, the 34 if we go over. And that's pretty much it. Like it stays simple. Orbs, the 15-minute orb play, hourly imbalance, and that's pretty much it. I try to keep it simple and not get all crazy with a lot of this other terminology, but there's plenty of trades to take during the day. This has made me a profitable trader. I've gotten payouts this week. I've gotten payouts. The money just hit yesterday. Like, we're definitely doing well, and I try to keep it simple. I'm just looking for big, support, resistance, and then when you get a nice break, bear flag break or bull flag break, follow the trend down, and you can keep playing it over and over. If you have any questions, comments, come on the live stream, ask, comment on the video, or come in the Discord, and I'll be sure to get back to you.